Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500 and welcome back to Project Katie. You haven't seen Katie for a little while and I'm going to explain why. Let's get into it, let's do it. So I've unpacked the bonnet for the project. As you can see, it's a green one. It's the old Yee green, which I was going to get painted. I got it for £76 plus postage, which was probably, I don't know, 25-30 quid. So it's costing about 100 quid. It was stacked. As you can see, it's just on the driveway concrete. The reason being, it's no good. It's damaged. It wasn't very well packed. It was packed the other way up. And it's, as you know, it's usually those pointed ends that get damaged, which they're fine because the box said this way up and do not stack on it. And it was the other way up. So the front of the bonnet was down, and unfortunately, look at that. It's bent right over. And I mean, it doesn't matter about the paint cracking because it would have been painted, but it's completely bent over. Now I could try and attempt to do that. It won't be perfect, and it means I would have to pay money to get that repaired as well as getting it painted, and I really don't see much point in me keeping a bonnet that I've got to have repaired and pay good money to have repaired. So I've sent the fella a message. I took a picture of it. It's quite a good picture showing the damage. He's come back and he said, yeah, it looks like it's been dropped, or something's been dropped on it. I think it's been dropped. You know what, it wasn't very well packed. It was this in a double skinned box, no protection around it whatsoever. So yeah, I mean, it's come from the Midlands or up north somewhere, so it's come a long way in a lorry to 2 depots and then on a truck to me, and it's not well packed at all. I've had some really well packed ones that have got damaged, but this wasn't well packed at all, apart from the box it was in, which is unfortunate. So I've kept the box, which is at the side of the fridge freezer over there, or side of the freezer in the fridge and the washing machine rather. Oh, there's another message from them now. Let's see what they've said. I don't know whether they're going to bother to want it back. It's of no use. We'll see. Right, this is the bit. I managed to get that off the broken stuff. The broken bits, I've rather than trying to glue that back together, it's in so many pieces, I have actually managed to buy 2 of those on eBay, 20-something pounds each. This is the elusive bit that I cannot find anywhere. So at least I've got one. I need 2, but at least I've got one. I managed to find the number for it, which you won't be able to see, but the number for it is 735-624-906. So I've put that into eBay, none came up. I've put it into Google, I found this. I don't know if you can see this. Look at the price of it. It is it. I had the picture of it. $248. Item location Japan. $248 for a piece of plastic. So I think I might have to go to Fiat to get one, because I can get a chrome one, but they're quite expensive, so I don't want to pay for a chrome one. I might as well get another plastic one. So I'll ring up Fiat dealers today and see if I can. I might even buy a couple of them to see how much they are. But it's probably going to be expensive. But at least I got one anyway. Just wanted to show you that quickly. So while we're working on this car today, I just wanted to talk to you about some other YouTube channels, basically. 101 Salvage is, or is it Car 101 Salvage? Is Alex, who's over in Hampshire. He does 500s. He's done, I think, Alex, I did ask you the other day, and I'm sure you said it was about 14 that you've done, including at least one R-bath, possibly more. I can't remember off the top of my head. But he's got a couple of projects on the go at the moment. Our bath has just been finished. I think when I looked this morning and watched his latest video, I think he's got 603 subscribers. So we're 400 away, or 397 to be accurate, from getting him up to that magic 1,000. So if he does, he has done other cars as well, but he mainly does Fiat 500s. So go and take a look. Consider subscribing to Alex's channel. It's Car Salvage 101. I will put the link to his channel in the description, so please go click on that, pay him a visit. and yeah, hopefully we can get him up to 1,000 subscribers soon. The other one I wanted to tell you about, which I have told you about before, is Danny at It's All in the Detailing. Now Danny has just done a video on what's it called, ASMR. Now this is a new one on me, this ASMR thing. I've seen some young ladies doing some of those types of ASMR videos on TikTok, of all places. It's a bit of a strange one, but he has done one with water beading. It's a strange one, but go take a look. He does the videos all the time on car detailing. He recommends products, he tests products, for car detailing products, and I have bought several that he has recommended, and they've all lived up to my expectations as well. So yeah, pay Danny a visit. It's All in the Detailing over in South Wales, and I'm sure you'll find some content there if you're into your cars and you like to get recommendations on products that people have actually used in the real world, rather than just reading what might even be fake reviews on places like Amazon and so on. But yeah, go take a look. Again, I will put the link to Danny's channel in the description of this particular video. I just wanted to throw those two at you to have a look, and hopefully, you know, give them thumbs ups as well, and so consider subscribing to Danny's channel as well. Push his numbers up. I'm not sure what he's up to, but he's below 1,000, and I'm sure he'd like to get to 1,000. So yeah, just wanted to throw that at you. As I say, let's continue with the build, or rebuild, I should say. So yes, Project Katie. As you can see, the bumper that came off of my other car is on this one at the moment, which all looks all hunky-dory, doesn't it, apart from the trim missing. We know that we got a broken tab in here, but it does sort of sit on, and I am going to try and repair that tab. Now the reason that I'm showing you this car now, because I've come to a decision about facelift cars, and I'm going to tell you about that now, and then I'll go tell you what I'm going to do with this. Okay, so my other Glam Coral car, which, as you know, if you're a regular viewer, was finished a couple of weeks ago, or getting on for a couple of weeks ago now. Now I have got a buyer interested in that car. I didn't have anyone lined up for it already because it's a more expensive car. I put it up for $4,750, which is, you know, it is a good price. And I had one person interested. When I posted it on the mums group that I do, I had lots of people being tagged. I had 2 or 3 messages, people asking me for other cars. One asking me for a 500L, another one asking me for an automatic 500X. All sorts of messages I was getting, and only one person interested in this car who happens to live locally. Sorry, not this car, the other car, who happens to live locally. They came round, had a look when I was at work because they weren't sure about the colour, loved the colour, came back the following day. Took them for a test drive. They loved it. The husband wanted to give me a deposit there and then. They have a car, a Nissan Qashqai, that they needed to sell. That day they'd been down to the local We Buy Any Car. So they've got a car to sell, which is a Nissan Qashqai. Earlier on that day they had been, or the day before, they'd been down to the local We Buy Any Car, and they were really not impressed. The salesman came out with a fag on, didn't really care, and they were completely disillusioned, as they always do. They knocked loads of money off and just didn't seem particularly interested. So I said, try motorway.co.uk, which they are going to do, or have done. So they went away. The fella wanted to give me a deposit there and then to keep the car. We negotiated a price down to $4,600, and I said, yeah, that's fine. They said, yeah, okay, we'll contact Motorway tomorrow and we'll let you know. So I got a message from them day or so later saying, yeah, we love the car, it's going on Motorway, our car's going up on Motorway tomorrow for sale to make the figures work, and we'll be in touch soon. So initially they said they wanted it and they wanted to leave me a deposit. There's now been no mention of deposit, but they still said, we love the car, got to make the figures work, blah blah blah. So they haven't actually said, yes, we want it, can you keep it for us? Now they don't know that I've not had other interest in it, but at the moment it's still sitting outside the house. I haven't got any wriggle room in it really. It owes me about 4.2, so I can't come down much more. I'm not coming down any more unless they don't have it, in which case I might have to rethink it and I might end up losing money on it or breaking even. Let's hope not. But it's made me think about it, And I have lots of customers, prospective customers, who are after sub 3,000 or sub £3,500. 4,500 is too much for them. And obviously we're in a cost of living crisis, to coin a phrase, and people want cheap cars. So I think I made a bit of a ricket behind 3 facelift ones, this one included. Now the white one, which you've seen the videos of recently, is not far off being done at the time I'm recording this video. We've still got work to do, but you know, it's not going to take that much longer to do it. And this one and the white one I got including fees for 2,500. Now you can just about see it out there at the top of the drive. The other one, it cost me 2,500 auction price. With all the fees, it was just over £3,000. So I overpaid, and because of where it was, which was, can't remember where it was, but it cost me $250 to get it here. So that one has cost me $3,750 before I've even done anything. Which, as you can see, there wasn't much wrong with it. That's why I overpaid, because there wasn't much to do, and I had I had access to a bumper. No, the bumper was okay, wasn't it? It was just those tabs. I repaired the bumper. But yeah, I haven't had to spend much money on it, and it didn't take me very long to do it. But I can't sell it. Well, I say I can't sell it. I normally sell them like that, so maybe I'm just being a bit impatient. But I had potentially got a buyer for it, as I say. But I did overpay for it, really, and I shouldn't have done. So I have made a decision that I am going to stick to pre-facelift cars, unless I get a facelift car well under £2 grand, which is unlikely. I'm going to keep away from them for the time being, because the parts cost more, primarily the stuff that goes on the bumper, and I have got more demand. As much as the people would like these ones, they're too expensive for them. So my decision is I'm going to whack this on eBay. Now I've just cleaned it. Since it's been in front of the house, since I got it, I've done nothing with it. I've just put a new battery in it. I'm going to try charging up the old battery and see if I can put that back in. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bumper off, and I'm going to put back the bumper on it that it came with. I'm going to clean it up, and I'm going to take more photos of it, better than the Copart photos. I will put an eBay listing explaining exactly the things that are wrong with it, and obviously subject to other things that I don't know about. I'm going to list everything that's needed, and I'm going to stick it on there for 2,850, maybe 2,900. See what happens. If I can get that money back for it, job's a good one. I've got that bumper, which I could possibly get repaired to a degree where I can use it. I can't get a bonnet in colour. Cannot get a bonnet in colour for love nor money. They're just not out there. These cars are not. There's not that many of them about. So I'm going to have to get one painted. That's going to cost money. Even getting a white bonnet was going to cost me 120 quid probably. Then I've got to probably pay 150 to have it painted. All the bit. I mean, don't need bits on the bump. I've already got all those. But you know, there's money that's got to be spent in this. And then at the end of it, am I going to be able to sell it for £4.5 grand? I need to get my money back. Really, I don't want to do this car now. Yeah, I can do it. You know, and I've got to spend the money, but at the end of the day, this will be better for somebody who's going to keep it themselves. It's a pop star, so it's got cruise control, it's got aircon, it's got alloys, so it's better than the pop, and I should, in theory, get more money for it, and it's a lower mileage as well. But I don't know. So I've got customers waiting. I want a black car, I want a beige car, I want a grey car, and I've got these. So that's what I've decided to do. So I'm going to clean it up as much as I can, take pictures, stick it on eBay. You won't see this video until I've either sold it on eBay or it doesn't sell on eBay and I decide that I'm going to do it anyway. I'm not putting it back through Copart because I know I won't even get my money back, and I'm not losing money. No way. So let's see what we can do with it. So as and when we know what's happening with this car, we'll come back to you, add it onto this video, and we'll go from there. Yeah, a bit confusing with the registration number there. I was looking at the car and I'm thinking, I could have sworn this was an 18 plate. And it is. The reason is because that's the original bumper off of Katie. I put new number plates on that and it's still got the original on. That's the actual number plate for this. So I've cleaned it all up. I've just given it a hoover on the inside. I've not gone mad. I'm going to clean that bit up, and I just want to take some relatively decent photographs. I'll put the headlight back into position in the bumper, or you know, on the car. I've cleaned that up. If you remember how disgusting that was in there, So yeah, just to make it a little bit more presentable, once it's dried off, I'm not even going to bother going over it with a leather. I'll get that stuff off the windscreen, put that bumper on, take some pictures, get it on eBay. I have applied for the logbook for this, and I got a letter from the DVLA saying that they will be processing this on the 18th of January. Today is about the 13th, so 14th, 15th, yeah, so the end of next week. So hopefully I'll have it by next weekend, beginning of the following week. But I'm going to get it up for sale before that, I think. But yeah, let's get on with it. So yeah, I just wanted to come in and say that because it was a bit confusing. I knew I did an 18 plate and I couldn't for the life of me think which one it was. Oh, too many cars, too little time, definitely too little time. Anyway, just wanted to cut in and say that. So again, we will be back when we've got more to tell you, and hopefully it will sell on eBay. We'll see. Morning, we're back again. Some more information on this car. What I'm doing, I've just got it down the driveway because I'm just going to take that new battery out of it and put the other battery back in, which I've charged up. I want to make sure that it's okay. I think I did a repair on it on the old Noco Genius, and I've also charged it fully as well. So I'm hoping I'll swap it over and it'll be fine. Otherwise, I probably will have to leave this one in, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, let me just update you on what's happened so far with the eBay listing. So I stuck it up at the weekend after I recorded that last little bit. I put it on eBay I explained exactly, some of you may have seen it, I explained exactly what the issues are with it. I took loads of photographs, not trying to mislead anybody. My break even is 2,850, I think. I put it up for 2,800 actually. Now I've had quite a few inquiries. I've had several people saying, well, I accept 2,300. I've said I'm not open to offers. 2,800 is my break even. I'm not losing money on it. It's 2,800 quid. So one person has come back to me, they live down in Gravesend in Kent, and they said, will you take 2.5? I said, sorry, no, my break even's 2.8. And he said, just to sweeten it a little bit for you, how about if I came along, I'll pay you 2.5, you can keep the wheels and you can keep the seats and the steering wheel, because I don't need them. So I was intrigued. So I sent a message back and said, I'm intrigued, what do you intend to do with it? And he said he's going to turn it into a fake car bath basically, so he doesn't need it, the wheels or the seats or anything. So I've agreed to deal with him for 2.5, and I'm going to take the wheels off. He's going to bring some wheels with him, and he's going to bring a seat with him. And he said, I said to him, are you going to bring a seat with you? I said, I'll take the other 3 seats out. I said, and I'll leave the driver's seat in loose, and then so you can get it on the trailer. He said, I'm not trailering it. He said, I'm going to drive it. He lives in Gravesend. It means he's got to drive down the M25 and down the A2, or 20, whichever one it is. I said, you can't do that. I said, you can't drive it. I said, for a start, the headlights are hanging out, they'll fall out. The radiator's broken, although it's holding water, it wouldn't hold pressure. You can't drive it, it's not legal to drive. So he said, oh, I can tow it. So he said, I'll bring a seat with me. Now, then he asked me about the logbook. Now, I explained to him that the logbook is being processed on the 18th of January, which is actually tomorrow. He said, oh, that's a problem. He said, because, he said, I do this a lot. He said, every time I send off a V62 for a logbook, they ask for pictures of the car and they want to have an inspection. And I said, I've sent off I've sent off loads and loads of these things. I've never, ever been told that's going to happen. Never. It's a cat N. That doesn't happen. So I don't know where he's getting that from. And I said to him, I've got a letter from the DVLA. There's always a bit of a delay, or usually a bit of a delay with a cat N. I believe it's because if it's registered to somebody still, they write to that person to make sure that they're not still the legal owner, because obviously you've asked for a new logbook. I believe that's the reason. I had a letter from the DVLA last week sometime saying that they are processing the application on the 18th, tomorrow. So I should have it hopefully by the weekend, if not by Monday or Tuesday next week. I said, and if you're all right with that, I'll send it on to you. And then he came out with the problem. So what he wants to do is going to come down tomorrow, give me a deposit. I don't know why he can't just give me a deposit by bank transfer, but I suppose he wants to come and have a look, maybe. Then I had a message today from somebody else who is closer than him, saying he didn't make silly offers. He said, are you okay if we plug it in and read the fault codes? And I said there are no fault codes. I said, but you're more than welcome to. I said, however, explained about the other seller, the other buyer. And he said, well, what if we come down today with the trailer? If I like it, I'll take it. And I said, sorry, that's just not fair on the person that's coming down. Yes, it gets out my way. It might give me 2,800 quid. But of course, with the other bloke, as well as, you know, I like fairness, and it would be unfair on the other bloke. I wouldn't want that done to me. I'll actually be better off, because the seats and the wheels have obviously got a financial value far in excess of what I would get just for 2,800, far in excess of that £300. The wheels are worth at least £300. The seats are worth 200, something like that. So, as you can see, I would be quids in by having the other bloke come. So he's coming down tomorrow on Wednesday, supposedly going to give me a deposit. We'll see. If he don't turn up, or he tries to mess me about, or I'm suspicious in any way, I'm not at the moment. He's actually a seller on eBay, and he does sell Fiat parts. So I don't know whether it's his intention to keep it or do it up and sell it, or I don't know. I don't care really, as long as he gives me the money and he takes it away, that's fine. So his intention, as I say, was to tow it rather than drive it. Why anyone would, in their right mind, would think that they could drive it? Mind you, towing, you can't tow on a motorway, can you? His problem. Anyway, if he gets pulled up, mind you, of course, it'll be registered in my name, won't it? Although I'll obviously take the piece of, I'll only give him the pieces of the V5. He's not getting the full V5 because he may well not just register it in his name. So yeah, that ain't happening. Yes, so that's where we are. So I'm going to change that battery over, and then I'll update you again tomorrow once he has come and let you know where we are. If not, I've told the other bloke that I'll message him tomorrow, by the end of play tomorrow, and he will have it if the other bloke doesn't. So that's it. So I'll see you tomorrow. So a brief update on where we are with the car. So today, as you know, the fella down in Northfleet, Gravesend, somewhere down there, was meant to come this morning to leave a deposit for the car. Not take it. I mean, he said he was coming down to leave a deposit. He didn't show up. I was on the verge of messaging the other person who wanted to come down yesterday. And I got a text message from the bloke saying, can I have your bank details? I'll transfer £500 deposit. So I sent him the bank details. He said, be with you in 10 minutes. 10 minutes passed, it wasn't there. Then I got a text from him saying, done. Went into my bank, had a look, and there we go, 500 quid. So I'm assuming he's serious. I still can't wait to see if he's going to try and tow it away. So he wants to wait for the logbook. I don't know why. It's not that he don't trust me, because you know he's never met me and he's just given me £500. Yes, he's got my address, but he doesn't know that is my actual address, of course, because he hasn't been here, unless he's been here sneakily when I wasn't looking. So yeah, it's all down to this thing that he's going on about inspections and what have you. So it is today that they're processing the V5. So as soon as I get access to the computer upstairs when my wife has finished working, I will have a look and see if it's been done today. Hopefully it'll have today's date on it, and it will go in the post tomorrow morning, which will be Thursday. Might get it Saturday. If not, I should get it Monday or Tuesday, and then I can obviously message him and he can come and pay me the other £2,000. We'll take the wheels off of it as we've already agreed, take the seats out of it, and then it will go and it'll be out of my way, and I will be in profit because I will have the seats and the wheels. I don't know where I'm going to put them. I was going to keep them, but I think I'll probably, why would I, what's the point in keeping them? You know, I've got this car, the white one. I could put them on there, but this is a pop. It's not a pop star, so it's not supposed to have alloys. The only thing I could do is sell it. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to sell this one for, the white one. But the only thing I'm thinking I could do is say, look, these are the wheels that are on it. If you would like a set of alloy wheels instead of these, it's going to cost you. Well, I was going to say sell them for 300. I'll have to have a look online. I think they're going for at least 300. I think possibly even more than that. But I could say, let's say 250 for the sake of argument. But I will keep the pop wheels, and then I can either keep the pop wheels or sell the pop wheels, and I can easily sell those with good tyres for 60-70 quid a piece, easy. So I would be quids in really. So that might be, so I might sell the seats, but I'll give the buyer an option, buy this and say, look, this is the car, this is the wheels it comes with. If you want alloy wheels, I can put alloy wheels on it for £300, £250, whatever. So we'll see. So again, I will update you when the V5 has come and when he's going to come, and we'll put this video to bed and the car will be gone. So until then. Right, we're back again on Project Kylie. I should be so lucky. Lucky. Okay, so we are getting to the end of this video now. The logbook came this morning. So now the car is ready to go. I messaged the fella who's given me a £500 deposit. I messaged him this morning and said, logbook's arrived, when would you like to collect? And he said, when can I come? And I said, I'm here today and tomorrow. Tomorrow would be better. So he's coming in the morning. So I've said to him just to verify it. So you're bringing some wheels with you, and you're bringing a driver's seat with you. And he said, yeah, I'll bring it all with me. So he's coming in the morning. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get it up on axle stands at the front. I am going to take off the front wheels, ready for him to put his wheels on it. And then all we got to do there, I'm also going to take the seats out, and then ready for him to put his driver's seat in and put his wheels on the back and on the front, obviously. And then I've got the seats and the wheels that I can then sell. Fantastic. So yeah, so I'm going to do that now. So I'm just going to quickly set you up on time lapse. We'll get all this whipped off, and then it'll be ready for him to collect in the morning. I don't know whether he's going to tow it. I don't know whether he's going to attempt to drive it. Hopefully not. I don't know what he's going to do, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I don't suppose I'll be able to film, but we'll see, and I will let you know. So this video should be finished tomorrow, once he's paid me another £2,000, of course. And then that's the back of this one, which, you know, I'm not sorry about. I want to do pre-facelift cars because I got the call for those. These are too expensive. I'm having trouble selling them. As you can see, Project Katie is still out on the road there. You can just see at the end of the drive. And I told you about that before, but just to remind you, the lady who was selling her current car on motorway, and the motorway meant to be picking it up tomorrow. So hopefully I will get a text from her tomorrow telling me that she's going to come and buy this one. Hopefully. She hasn't given me a deposit, so hopefully, good 3 weeks has gone since she said she was going to have it, so hopefully she's not going to pull out, because I haven't got another buyer for that, so fingers crossed. Anyway, let's set you up, let's get the seats out, the wheels off, etc, ready for the pickup tomorrow. So I was just about to start filming me taking all the wheels and seats and what have you out, and I had a call from, not a call, yes, I had a message from the lady who's buying that one, saying, are you there for my husband to have a test drive? And I thought, oh, I thought we'd already done that, but of course they hadn't driven it themselves, they wanted to drive it themselves. So they've been round, we've just taken it for a test drive, they've driven it, and they are happy with it. So their car is being picked up by motorway tomorrow sometime, they don't know when. So I think what they've asked, this is actually quite good, the only thing that bugged them about the car, her husband in particular, was the lack of alloy wheels on it. So what we've said is, assuming that this all goes smoothly tomorrow and this bloke comes, takes this away, puts his own wheels in it, and I've got these alloy wheels this evening, I'm going to have a look on eBay and see what these alloy wheels are going for. Now I've got this figure in my head of about 350 quid, because they are the new shape, and I think they're quite expensive. I'm not sure what the tyres are like. I think they're all okay. They're not new tyres, but I think they're all okay. And we'll come to a deal. So I said, look, obviously I'm not going to charge you the full amount of what these would cost on eBay, but we'll do a part X, and I'll keep the wheels that are on that one, and you can have these ones, and I'll swap them over. And I'll let them know the difference in price. So I think they're about 350 quid. So I think I'm going to say, £200 plus the other wheels, I'll swap them over, and then they've got alloy wheels on the car that they wanted. I think that's the best thing I can do. What do you think about that? By the time you see this video, it'll be too late, of course, but yeah, let me know what you think about that, because I think that this is the best way. Then it saves me having to sell these, and I've still got the pop wheels off of that, which I can use on another car if need be, or sell them. I could sell them individually. So whichever way I look at it, I'm still quids in. So I think that's the plan. So hopefully, as I say, hopefully they'll come pick it up tomorrow. And hopefully this one will be gone in the morning. And there'll be 2 cars gone in one day, which will be fan-bloody-tastic. So, okay, anyway, let's carry on and get these wheels off and seats out, rather. Right, as you can see, it's up on axle stands. wheels off, both sides. All the seats are out. And I've undone the wheel nuts a bit, both sides at the back. And I'm waiting for this bloke to come. Now, he said he was coming this morning. 11 o'clock I texted him because I'd not heard from him and said, do you know what time? And he said, I'm just sorting the wheels, won't be long. And I said, can you let me know when, give me an ETA when you know. It is now 12:15 and I still not heard from him. So I'm giving him to 1:30. Then I'm going to contact him again. If I don't hear from him, I'm just going to get that one down the drive because I'll need to swap the wheels over. Or take the wheels off of this one and get them on the other one. I've cleaned the other two, they're nice and clean. So I've temporarily put some wheels back on here maybe and take the axle stands out just so I can swap it over if I haven't heard from him, but he's messing me about, I feel. Although, you know, he's paid me 500 quid deposit, so I don't see why he's not coming. I don't know. I just wish people would let you know if they're going to, for whatever reason they're delayed, just let people know. Don't just, because I'm waiting for him to come so I can do that and so I can get on with a white car because this is in the way now. I just wish people wouldn't mess you about. Anyway, I'll update again. Hopefully once he's been. Haha, it's gone at last. He got here just before 1 o'clock, 1:45. As I suspected, he's driven it. Now you saw the state of it. He's driven it away. 4 of them turned up. Nice enough fellas. Just transferred me the money. They put a set of black Abarth wheels on it. They put a lounge seat in it, and they are going to turn it into a fake Abarth and then sell it. So I've transferred it to him as a trader, from me to a trader. And they've driven it away. They've said they haven't got to go that far. Actually, I thought they were going down to Northfleet, but they're actually only in Crayford in Bexley Borough, which isn't that far away from here really. So it's about a 20-minute drive away. But they've still got to drive it. I would be amazed if they don't get stopped by the police on the way, driving a smashed up car. You know, once the engine warms up, he's going to keep an eye on the temperature gauge, and if it gets too warm, he'll stop it and let it cool down a bit, and then carry on, I guess. But I stuck the number plate back on the front bumper. It's up to him. It's registered in his name now. It's registered with the DVLA as him being the trader that I've sold it to. So down to him. It was his mate that did it, that is driving it. Couldn't make it up, could you? So I broke it. Well, I've got £2.5 for it. It owed me £2,850. I've got the wheels and I've got the seats. So I'm going to take some photographs of the seats today and get them up onto eBay. Don't know how much to put them up for yet. I rent them 350 quid. I don't know if they're worth that much, but we'll see what we can get for them. I'm not going to sell them individually. I'm going to sell them as a set, but obviously it's going to be pick-up only. But yeah, done, gone. Thank God. So I've cleaned two of the wheels. The other two I've got the old iron fallout on them, just soaking in at the moment, dwelling, and then I'm going to put those on the car out there, and then hopefully this afternoon that one will be going as well. Right, Katie's all finished now, ready to go. Got the alloys on, all nice and scrupulously cleaned alloys. I've just put the old Autoglim tyre black on with my patented devices that I invented, and yeah, it's ready to go, all done. So hopefully they are picking it up this afternoon, hopefully. They're waiting for their car to be collected by, not We Buy Any Car, Motorway, and then they'll be coming to get it. So hopefully that's going to happen this afternoon. They're expecting it to be collected this afternoon, so hopefully there'll be time. If not, it'll have to be tomorrow, I suppose. But yeah, all is good. So the other car's gone, and this one will hopefully be disappearing today. So I'm just going to let that tyre stuff go off, go and have some lunch, and then we're done. You won't be seeing Kylie again. She's gone. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this last little section, which I've been recording over the probably last couple of weeks even, possibly. So I didn't physically do anything to that car except for take the seats out and the wheels off. That's it. That was all I did. But yeah, it's gone. Ready for the next one. and that will be coming next week. I'm not going to go into it on this. Some of you will know, if you follow me on Instagram, you might know what I'm going to be doing next, apart from the white one that we've still got, of course. So as always, as I say, always say, thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber, hit the button, subscribe to the channel. Please give us a thumbs up. We're marching towards the next milestone, the next 1,000. We're over the 500 mark. With your help, we'll get it there. But please give us a thumbs up as well. So as always, thanks for watching. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one.